Yes, this is Akil Rose of Clergy for the Minority Youth Matters Movement. And today we down here at the Raw Space with Sister Dorin Matthews and some others giving away coats and whatnot. And we have a brother here with us by the name of Salassi, Robert Salassi Jackson, who is one of the strong advocate in the Harlem community in terms of anti-violence, in terms of citizenship, in terms of senior citizens, in terms of politics, and also in terms of the spiritual component in the community. Matter of fact, I believe he's studying to be a minister in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. I want to ask you, what do you think in terms of economics in the black community? What would be your perspective in terms of the leadership of the clergy and whatnot when it comes to black economics in the community of Harlem and other cities like Harlem?
First of all, my name is Robert Malcolm Salassi from the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Also, I'm associate deacon at Simony Church in Burkina Faso, West Africa. As far as the black economics in the community, a lot of the churches are taking the money, mosques included, and not giving back to the community as we're doing today with coat drives, food drives, and things of that nature. We need to circulate the dollars with our own race, which is the human race, or within our own ethnicity, which is black or Hebrew Israelite or Moorish American, whatever you want to call yourself. We need to do that more. That's very important. If we quick to go to the Chinese restaurant, they take your money, won't give you no credit, and call you different names in front of your face, behind your back. So we gotta stop going to the Chinese restaurant, stop supporting the liquor stores, that's poison. To the Arabs and people from Pakistan are taking your money, they're not giving back to the community at all. I never seen them do no food drives, no local bodega, they do food drives also. They throw the food away after 12 o'clock. And people out here homeless in America.
Well, let me ask you now, when we talk about other different people in the community, that's their right to open up a store, and there's nothing wrong with that as far as I can see. What do you think about us and just stepping up to the plate and opening up stores also? Maybe we should open up our own stores, then we can patronize one another. What about
Absolutely,
that?
We got to open up our own stores. But this store this is a little Africa we at right now, 121st, 122nd, from Arab Clay Power, Ferry Douglas. So we have stores. The African brothers that came over here to America own stores. They're part of our family too. No matter if Ethiopian, Somalian, they have stores open down these streets. But the Africans in America, instead of using drugs, they need to patronize and try to save their money and invest into the right things. Open their own stores, like the 60s and 70s, but they're not doing that. They rather sit on the corner and beg for a quarter or beg for a nickel.
Okay, so what you're saying is that we should increase because we do know that it is some that are investing, and this is a case in point where we are right now at Raw Space is a very prosperous and black-owned and progressive company in the community of Harlem, and then they also give back. So we should have more of these. Let me ask you in terms of when it comes to us spending money with major corporations that practice discrimination, such as maybe something like Coca Cola or Monster Drinks or NASCAR, or whether it's any other type of place that we spend a lot of money with, but they won't hire us, or they practice racism within their corporate structures. Should we buy their products?
Absolutely not. There's all freedom of choice.
Yes.
But now, don't support that.
Yeah.
Boycott Christmas. Support Kwanzaa. Support the Ethiopian Christmas. Support your local businesses, black-owned. Support Ghana Restaurant, 123rd and 7th. Support all these African restaurants you do see, or you see Muslim restaurants that's black-owned. Support them also. Don't get caught up in confusion. Stop supporting other races who don't care about you, who hate you, who despise you, who call you the N-word behind your back or in front of your face and take your money and spit at you. Support your own first.
So let me ask you now, right now we're going through the holiday season. We have Hanukkah, we have Christmas, we have Kwanzaa.
Right.
What do you think in terms of the economic sanctions that are in terms of commercialism of Christmas? Right now we're on a campaign where we say up with Jesus, but down with Santa, meaning that we should recognize the birth of Jesus and practice his principles among one another, but we shouldn't just be so to the point where we're spending all our money because of Santa Claus and getting broke behind that, where we should instead of being more commercial, be more spiritual, more community-oriented during this holiday. What do you feel about that? That's that just the saying, up with Jesus, but down with Santa.
I can't even say up with Jesus because that letter J came in the 1600s, and Yahshua HaMashiach was his real name. There's no dates in the Bible, so why they
Give you money.
there's no dates in the Bible. So why they doing December 25th came from Constantine? He created that date.
So what in terms of that? What in terms of the economics? The economics.
Sponsor a child. Give to the homeless. Show kindness, love, peace, happiness. That's what I promote.
Yeah. Well, I want to say one thing. I'm glad to speak to you today. You see, we had a very, very good turnout at this coat drive.
Absolutely.
Everybody's happy. There's some nice hot chocolate and some eggnog and whatnot. Good vibes, good community. Clothes for the men, clothes for the women, and clothes for the children, and brand new clothes. That's fact. And so that was a good thing, and that's one thing about that we do practice during anybody's holiday is the giving and the showing of one another, sharing with one another. I think this is what we should do. As we know, Kwanzaa's coming up, and one of the principles is Umoja, and unity is a part of that.
Yes,
Ujamaa Collective work and economics is a part of that, and we definitely show that today. I want to give you an up, brother, for being such a staunch advocate in the community.
Thank you.
And you are an asset in our community.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
And can I say peace be upon you?
Yes, peace be upon you. Shalom. Mazgana Jesus Christos means give back. It means give thanks to Jesus Christ. Mazgana Jesus Christos Hari. Salam alaikum to you. Shalom. And add me on Facebook, Robert Salassi Jackson. Any question, concern, we need prayer, we need advice, we need hope. Every Tuesday I'm at Bethel Gospel Assembly feeding people that's hungry and homeless.
Okay.
120th Street and 5th Avenue.
And thank you very much, sir.
Yes, thank you.
My brother.